Welcome back. In this session, I will show you how we can calculate a square of a number by using a concept of inline function. Right? So in the previous tutorial, we have seen that how the inline functions can be used in C++. Okay. So for that, our compiler, that is Turbo C++ IDE. I will just start the Turbo C++. Yeah. So here we have the previous code. I will just go to File. I will say New. I will say Save As. Let's say some name. Let's say .cpp. Right. Purposefully, I'm not writing inline because it's a keyword in C++. Right. Okay. Fine. Now, as we know, I need to include header file, which is hash include iostream.h. So hash include iostream.h, and one more file, that is conio.h. So these two files are included in the program. Then we need to start with the int main. Right. Now let's say we have one function. Right. So let's say we have a function whose name is, let's say, square. Right. So I will write here, this returns integer, so function name is square, and that function takes one parameter, that is integer, let's say int x, and it returns x into x. So square of a number is, if you multiply the same number by that number, that gives us square. Now inside main, I will declare variable, let's say int a, let's say whose value is 5. Right. Then I'm using CLR SCR, and I will say int result equal to, I want to call that function, so I need to say square, and I need to pass a value. Let's say I want to pass value a. Right. So whenever I will call a function, that function or function will be called and it will jump to its definition. Function body will be executed. If I save this, if I compile, and if I run, I am not getting any output, because although the value is written, we have not displayed that value. So I need to say cout square is, that is result, and then I will use ENDL. In the previous tutorial, we have seen what is the use of ENDL. ENDL is a manipulator which works like /n. It will take your cursor to the next line. I will save it, I will compile, I will run this. So I'm getting square is 25. So what we have done, we have written a simple function, user defined function, its name is square. This function calculates square of a number. Right. Now another solution could be, instead of writing a function, I can write here macro. So I will just comment this code. I'm just commenting this, and I can write a macro. So we know macros can be written by using hash define. So I can write hash define, macro name is, let's say, square. Right. Whose square, let's say square of x, and whose expansion is x into x. Just simply. So what I have done, I have just commented the function that we have written earlier, and that instead of that I have written a macro. If I compile this code and if I run this code, still I am getting output as square as 25. Right. So what is better, whether I should use macro or I should use function? Let's say, for example, now instead of passing 5, I am passing a plus 1. What I am passing now? 6. So 5 plus 1 is, that is 6. So what should be answer? Answer has to be 36. But if I compile this and if I run this, now I am getting answer is 11. Right. That means macros are not type set. Right. Now instead of this, if I pass some other value, right, still I may not get the exact result. Right. So macros do have some limitations because macros are not type set. Right. So what I can do, instead of that, I can add some keyword. Right. Now let's say I want to calculate the result of a few more integers. Let's say I want to calculate the square of 6 also, I want to calculate square of 7 also. So what I need to do, I need to have two more variables, b whose value is 6. I need to have one more variable, that is c, whose value is 7. Now it is not like we can call a function only once, we can call function multiple times. So this function I am calling once, so I will get result as, let's say here, 25. Again I want to call this function, so I will just copy this code from here and I will paste it here. I will paste it here, right? And now I will pass here b and I will pass here c. So thing is that the same function, I have only one function definition, right? But I am calling that function 3 times. First time I am calling here by passing value of a, second time I am calling here by passing value of b, and third time I am calling here by passing value of c. So if I save this and if I run this, I will get output as square is 25, square is 36, and square is 49. But this adds some overhead to the compiler. See, every time function is called, control jumps from calling function to called function. It executes its definition and again it comes back to the calling function. Let's see how this code can be debugged. So what I will do, I will use F7. F7 is shortcut key which is used to debugging the code. So I will use F7. So execution start with the main. So what happened, inside main it declare variables a, b, then declare variables result, then it is calling function. Now it will jump from function call to function definition. See here, it executed statement, again it went back to the calling function, executed next instruction, again calling second function, right? Again it will jump from calling function to call function definition, execute, again come back here, again call function third time, right? Jump to definition, execute statement, come back to calling function, and execute rest of the instruction. This will be done till the closing bracket for main is encountered. So this is nothing but an overhead to the compiler, and this is time consuming process, right? So if we are calling function 100 times, so 100 times the compiler has to do this procedure, and because of that the program may slow down, right? So the solution to this is we can make this function as a inline. So what will happen, instead of jumping from here and there, the function definition will be substituted at function call itself. So here itself the function definition will be substituted, right? Because of that there is no need of overhead to the compiler, so that will be minimized, right? So but thing is that as we are calling this function 3 times, so this function definition will be replaced at 3 locations, one at here, others at here, and third at here, right? So because of that your program size may be more. See, in earlier case we had only one implementation, now we will have 3 occurrences of that definition, we can say, right? See, there is always conflict between time and space complexity, right? If you want to have a faster speed, then you have to compromise in terms of the space. So slightly it is taking more space, but the advantage is this execution is faster. If I compile this code and if I run this, I am getting output like this, right? Make a note that I am using inline keyword in function definition. It is not to be required to use the function call or function declaration, right? So the advantage of inline keyword is, or inline functions is, that makes your program to work faster. At the same time it has got some limitations. The limitations are, we cannot have the we cannot use a keyword inline for the larger functions, or we cannot use the keyword inline for the functions which are having recursive function calls, or we can say loops and so on. So that should be avoided. Okay, so this is about the how the inline functions can be used in C++. So to come out I need to use quit, then I need to type here exit, so I will come out of the Turbo C++, and we'll come back to the right. So let's hope that this is understood to you. Thank you.